So look into the Nifty as I was explaining. This is the double top formation. It broke, and we are expecting 13,800 last week. It happened. This is the first scenario over. The current scenario I was explaining after the big fall here, and it is taking the support around this 13,850 to 650 area. This is the support zone. Okay, this is a support zone. So during budget time, if market rebounds, if it crosses about 30,850, you all can be a buyer. So this can lead to a big rise, and the big rise also could be even sometime take it back to 14,580. But if breaks 13,650, the next target could be 13,158. So this is the big picture and the trading opportunity I'm just explained to you for intraday on Monday, as well as positionally you can play on to this. When I'm explaining to you in the lower time frame, again same thing is reiterated. You can see here the same zones, the same levels what I marked coincide for intraday also. Uh, yeah, definitely we'll look into that. So this is the scenario as far as the Nifty is concerned. So this is the big picture and the trading opportunity both I brought into one single screen for you. So I hope you can make use of this for next week. Now let us analyze the sector-wise behavior. We will start with the banking stocks. Okay. So now, even last week also I told you there is a weakness, but this was, I know the fall was much faster than the Nifty in the beginning of the week, but the end is totally reverse. The end is totally reverse. What is the reverse we are looking at? Look into this Nifty bank. Nifty bank. When today, when you look into today, when our Nifty was falling, when Nifty was falling, roughly 1.5%, but Nifty bank is making a kind of a rebound. So this is telling us some different story. This is telling us a different story. Um, last 2 days, Bank Nifty really was making, no, it is swimming against the tide. The main trend was down, but Nifty Bank was going up. At the same time, when you are looking into, it has got a strong resistance around this area. So this is a strong resistance area for Nifty Bank. So Nifty Bank resistance is at 31,230 levels. So this is the strongest resistance level for Nifty Bank. So now we'll have to see whether Monday, if it crosses this 31,230, it may lift Nifty also, because Nifty Bank has got 1/3 weightage. So it can also push it and lift it. This is the crucial point for a Nifty bank to move up. If it's not able to cross 31,230, then it could be along with the Nifty maybe falling. But we'll have to see, because it's a peculiar situation that when Nifty is falling and Bank Nifty is holding on, even other way around, it was moving up. So there is some news, could be in the budget or could be something related to this. Some news may come out from the policy point of view. Let us see how this is going to pan out. So currently, when I'm observing this, even it falls, it's got a very strong support area. That means even it falls, it will not make a big fall. From here, it may rebound also. This is one possibility we are looking into. So Nifty Bank is looking a bit strange and looking a bit stronger than the other sectors. We are yet to see the other sectors, but you see today, all other sectors were down by close to 2%, even 2.5%, but Nifty Bank is holding tight. So this is the positive scenario of Nifty, banking sector. So let me go to the automobile sector. Let me also look into how does it look on weekly basis. I'm just changing this into a weekly candle. So look into the weekly candle. This is a weekly candle. The weekly candle is also a kind of a spinning top after coming down to this support area and bounced back. But on closing basis, it is on the negative side. I'm going to compare this Nifty bank along with the Nifty. What I'm going to do, I'll bring one more Nifty chart to show you how comparatively it is behaving. I'll bring in a Nifty spot. I'll bring Nifty spot now, and we'll keep comparing it. Okay, so I'll bring Nifty spot. Okay, so I brought a Nifty spot now. This is Nifty spot. Okay. Okay, now look into this. I'm just comparatively showing you both Nifty Bank and this is Nifty Spot. So you could see here Nifty Spot today it made a big long bear candle, but Nifty Bank showing a spinning top. But it the previous day was a doji in the case of Nifty. In the case of Nifty Bank, it is a bull candle. It created a meeting line here. This is a bullish signal, and today it is very strongly bullish. Okay, so when I change this to a weekly candle, how does it behave? See, on weekly basis, we are seeing a big bear candle. This is a Nifty. This is Nifty. So Nifty is showing a big bear candle, but at the same time, you could see Nifty Bank. The candle is with a somewhat no like equal size of wick at the bottom. This candle is showing no not that weak comparatively. Okay, this is the difference between these two. This is the difference between these two. I'm going to hold Nifty on the left hand side. I'll keep changing the other sector so that you can have a view on how the other sectors are behaving comparatively. Okay, now I'll change to auto. So this is a weekly chart. I'll change to auto. Now we will see the auto. Okay, this is a weekly chart. So all along, you could see auto was showing a lot of strength. See, all previous candles, 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks it was on the strong, no, bullish side, bullish move. But when Nifty was last, but for this week, the last 2 weeks was struggling. Auto was going, up along strikes. A bullish counter turned strongly weak. Auto is also a strong contributor for Nifty to fall. You can see that the fall of Nifty and the fall of auto is also almost equal as far as the candle is concerned. So there is a big fall. So this is a bearish engulfing pattern form, and we look for further fall. But we'll have to check the what our budget is going to bring in. Okay, so this is Nifty situation. Let me go back to the individual daily chart. Let us see how it behaves. This is a daily chart of Nifty and this is Nifty and this is auto. So now we are comparing auto chart with the Nifty. You could see here day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days all on the negative side. Here out of 7 days, only I mean say about 3 or 4 days were on the negative side, 3 days were on the positive side. And the way it was falling, you could see here the bottom was broken and fell down, but it broke the bottom, but it is very close to the bottom still. It is yet to make a big fall. That's the difference between the Nifty spot and the auto stocks. Okay, let me go to the next FMCG. So Nifty FMCG, let us see how Nifty FMCG is behaving. I think last week we were seeing there's a wedge formation in FMCG. So I drew the chart last week. I suppose you all remember that I was explaining to you that if it breaks below to this line, that could be a drastic fall on FMCG. So FMCG also behaved the same way what we discussed. And of course, Nifty, as usual, we are seeing a continuous fall in the last no 6 days. I'm going to change this into a weekly. This is FMCG, what we are watching. Let us go back to the weekly. I'm changing to weekly chart. Okay, so weekly chart is showing us a reversal, very strong reversal. So you can see here, last say about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. All 6 weeks, when Nifty was like out of 6 weeks, 4 weeks on its upward move and 2 weeks on sideway, but the entire 6 weeks, the FMCG is totally on sideway. So a lot of distribution could have taken place, and so this is left for a big fall. Fall is over? No, still some more fall is left out. Of course, the fall on this side, it will give opportunity for a rebound. Maybe next week it may come down and may rebound. We'll have to see how budget is going to be, and sector-wise analysis we'll see next week based on the budget. Okay, so automobile we have seen. Now we are seeing FMCG. So how different behavior altogether, right? It is a narrow move, then it fell down. Then we'll go to the next sector, that is pharma. Now we are going to the pharma sector. See the pharma. Pharma is slow and steadily falling for the last 3 weeks. Before Nifty started falling, and pharma already fell down so drastically. Good evening, yeah. Praveen, welcome for the program. So now you could see there is a strong fall in the FMCG sector, despite Nifty was holding for the last previous 2 weeks. So that is giving an indication that um, now the pharma sectors are weaker. But one good thing, what we can see, it is coming closer to the uptrend line and sitting onto this, the end of the week. Whether it could rebound, it is the next question we'll have to watch. So on weekly charts, you could see there is a weakness for the last 3 weeks. Compared with the Nifty, it is already weaker. Right, now we will go to the daily chart and try to analyze the behavior of daily price. Good evening, Ramesh. Welcome. Now, let us analyze the daily chart. As I was explaining, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days was on the negative side as far as Nifty is concerned, but the negativity started way behind here. There were some pullbacks in between. If I show as a chart in the line format, you could see a low top, low bottom formations already. But when you are looking into the Nifty, there is no such behavior at all in the daily chart. It was a drastic fall, but here the fall happened much before. You could also see here on a head and shoulder formation, this also giving an indication that how a fall is imminent in the case of pharma. Pharma is giving indication that there could be a head and shoulder formation and now breaking the neckline and making a fall. So this is a big fall as far as FMCG is concerned. So the fall, whatever is happening, sorry, this is pharma. Pharma is concerned. So continuous fall is happening. Uh, Let us see as far as weekly charts are concerned, where it stands. As I was explaining, it is close to this uptrend line. Pharma, will it rebound? It is a question now. So, pharma is now a black horse, and pharma, will it rebound? It's a question we are asking when it touches the uptrend line. Okay, so next sector which we are going to watch is going to be the IT. So Nifty IT we are going to watch. Actually, it is a typical behavior of Nifty. We could watch here. So there are last 3 weeks behavior when you're watching. Week 1, 2, week 1 and 2, you could see they are all like a spinning tops almost. And the third week, that is the current week, a big fall, and this is also. So the copy of the IT behavior is similar to the Nifty. It is almost like a carbon copy kind of a fall. Right. So whether this has got some more to fall, we'll have to be watchful because it is very close to its first support level, and the budget is good enough. It can rebound also because so far all the IT companies delivered the results more than the state expected. So all good things for as far as IT is concerned, but valuation wise it is stretched. That's the only worrying factor. So whenever there is a big fall coming in, people would prefer to accumulate these stocks. So people will prefer to accumulate these stocks. So this way we look into whether this can hold at this current level where the support is very close. Okay, so this is the Nifty IT. Finally, we see the metal. Okay, this is IT. So IT is almost similar behavior it was making. Finally, I am taking you to the metal sector. Now, how metal is going to behave. So week on week, when you looked into the metal weakness started much earlier. When you were watching this chart patterns, you could see that when Nifty was holding tight on the previous 2 weeks, but already metal started losing its breath. It started falling. When you see here, the metal sector was showing bearish harami, and there was a confirmation, and it is a continuous fall. Okay, this is a weekly behavior. Whether the weekly behavior showing any end for it, the fall can be further below to this. It can also fall further, and if the budget is not okay, the sector which is going to have a bigger fall is going to be metal. So metal will have a bigger say in the coming days, whether to hold the current level or fall further steeply compared with the other sectors. So metal showing a bigger weakness. So we'll have to watch. Okay, this is the sectoral study, and I hope you have a fair view about the sectors.